Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. It's the end of the day. We just got home. We've been out, went to McDonald's. And while we were away, some more work was done. Here, there's a lot of building up has got to be done now to take... this is, of course, a work in progress video on the pool. You can see that there's a lot of mortar that's going down there to bring that up so that the drain, that's actually on the left there where I'm pointing now, that's the left deep end, and apparently there's quite a drop off in level there, so they're having to build it up. So you can see it brings it down and will make it so that it drains fully, which is nice. Now all of this is all going on very well. They've patched in a few low spots there, as you can see, in preparation. Now I've always found whenever I did jobs similar to this, though I've never actually done a pool, whenever I did work, the first part of the job always seemed to go like lightning, and people would be so very pleased and say, wow, you work so fast, didn't expect that it would be done this fast. I'd have to tell them, well, it's not done and we have a lot of work to do. Now once that happens and the majority of the big what I call big change work happens, then the job slows right down. I mean, if you look now, they've put in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. They put in about 17, possibly more tiles. Some little bits and pieces have been put in as well, and this is where we are. So we're at what I would count as the apparent slowdown on the job. It's not slowing down, but the apparent work that can be done is actually seeming to be slower. So now you've got to just accept this and not hassle guys who are working. My take on it is that once a guy starts getting under pressure and feeling that you're not happy with what he's doing, then you have problems. You can see that in some parts of the tiling there's been quite a build-up. See, they've got their string lines in there to take it down and get it so that it's an absolute slope down in the right direction. It's sloping down one way and then it goes off to the right. So that's where we are with the pool. One thing I do hate, of course, is that our nice deck, which was looking pretty sharp, is such a mess now. I guess I could either sweep it off myself or come and, well, pay someone to do it. This is a problem now, is that with the Filipino way of looking at things, they don't keep the work that has been done already pristine. You would almost have to block off this part of the deck. You know, with hindsight, would be to block off from here, from this post, right over to that post, put a string across and say, don't want you in there. And that would have been one way of handling it. But what's happened is you can see that they've used various parts, whatever is convenient, to do another mix, which means that the concrete finish on this will not be as sharp as it used to be. Now this is only dust. This is where tiles are being cut, so you expect that there's going to be well, there's going to be some mess, but you can see that this has been mixed on, and as a result it's not so nice. this is going to have to all be done again, unless with the surfeit of tiles that we have, maybe they're suggesting that we tile that, not quite sure. But here they've been mixing again. They've actually cleaned it up quite a bit, but my experience is that once you leave some of this down, you'll never get it back up again, as you've got here. I think this has been used for mixing. There's another patch here been used for mixing. I guess I could always go and paint. We'll see what we're left with when the pool itself is all tiled. That's when the mess work will have been completed, and we will then be looking at more mess because we have to do a fence. So right up to about here, between the wall and where my foot is, will be a gate. It'll be a lockable gate with a combination lock. I don't know what's going on here. There's a little bit of a sniff out going, and the happy hypocrite of one of the dogs is getting all of the attention. Snow. So we're taking that walk around again. This is where it turns right, goes along, and over here. Now thinking of coming up here, making the fence come a little higher, taking it up to here, say, if you can see, maybe 2 feet, and taking it around the edge. So the fence will actually come around the edge here, and here again, and then off and down, and continue along here, around this diagonal. Turn right at Basher, go straight past the scratching dog, over to Miney, the former top dog, who is now just an old girl, aren't you, baby? Hmm? Okay, so there's the girls just got home. Hey! Hello! They just came home on motorcycle. Okay, well, that's where we are. For those who haven't been with us for the work on this, we have another tile for here, this part that I'm going to walk carefully around. I'm going to have another tile on here which will be non-slip. Non-slip. Now you can see that there's enough of the tile there to be able to put mortar. So we're going to put mortar there, and we're going treading gingerly. So for the steps, we'll lay mortar on that, and then use what I call a P. I've forgotten what the rest of the term is, but in England they would say that it was like almost like a pebble dash finish on the top there. So it will be non-slip, but we won't have to fiddle about trying to make tiles for that. Plus the tiles would be more non-slip, even the ones that are on the top here. But we'd be going along here with the non-slip tile. It's a kind of a grey colour, bluey grey, comes along here, and then there. These two pipes, since had the opinion that the pipes that we put in could have been bigger, but we've got what we've got. All of the pipe work which is going to feed fresh water into the pool is already laid in Now, I'm just looking at that one tile that's in the middle there. It kind of looks even to me, and I was in on the idea. But I bought two tiles of that bluey green, which are obviously odd. And I suggested to the tiler, I said, why don't we put something like a diamond shape there? And I put the tile down, and then I took the tape measure and I put the tape measure diagonally, corner to corner on the tile, and I mimed that I was cutting the tile both ways so that I would end up with diamond shapes. Then you take one of the grey tile or the blue tile and you put that down and you do some diamond shapes, and then you, over the course of say what would have been two tiles instead of that one, you would make a little star shape or something that was based on that let me see, like a triangular part of a tile. That's what he did. So something got lost in the translation there. At first I said, with typical Western let's get it right ness, I said we will take that tile up. In fact, I almost took it up myself before it went completely cured. I almost took it up myself, and then I thought, nah, won't do that. We'll just leave that tile there. So that odd tile, that's the story. Now they've got a lot of cutting out now going around what he's done there. On both sides, actually, the way that it's worked out, both sides there's just a little less than a full tile, which gives a straight edge on one side, and then if there is a slight difference in the measurement of one tile to another, it will go up and it will come and it will butt right up to the wall on all sides. And here they've started there, done a nice job of putting that tile in there all around. So we've got, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tiles there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Something like about 30 tiles that are going to have to be cut to make the floor. So the floor will be on another 20 or 30 tiles plus the work on the stairs, and then we'll be at the top. So I see, unfortunately I see another couple of days, maybe 3 days work here for 2 men, which is a little more than we really would like to have seen, but well, now that we're into the job, let's just get it done. So that's our update on the pool. Thanks for looking in, and we'll be back. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. Thanks for looking in. Bye for now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.